It's just occurred to me that my microphone has been on mute for the past few minutes, so that is a lesson to be learned. Always make sure my mic isn't muted when I start a stream. Anyway, hello to everybody. If you haven't been listening to me, I've just been talking about how much I like Mega Man, and you sort of missed out on that because my microphone was muted. So let's start again. So Mega Man X is a game that I like very much. It's one of those, I think it's my favourite out of all the Mega Man X games. It's a lot of fun, it plays very well, it's a great way to bring Mega Man to the 16-bit platforms. I almost got Super Metroid instead of this game, and there's a part of me that sort of regrets not getting Super Metroid, but another part of me that actually thinks actually this is a pretty good game nonetheless. It's a lot of fun, it's one of my favourite Capcom games, probably my favourite Mega Man game ever. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, and this first level is a really good intro to the game as a whole. It sort of shows you the ropes very quickly, gives you some pretty tough enemies to begin with. I'm actually losing quite a lot of life this morning. So basically we're just going to do this little stream for a little while, because I've never really done streaming properly, so I thought this would be a good opportunity just to play a game for half hour and just see if there's something that I want to do more of, or that you want me to do more of. So I expect many more technical difficulties to come as we go through this. Here is Vile, the sort of lackey of the game. Not the big main head honcho, but he's still pretty tough. But this is one of those boss fights where you can't actually win, so you might as well just let him kick 7 shades of sushi out of you and just let it all happen. Here's some exposition. It's not terribly amazing, it's all very basic as per the usual in 16-bit era, but hey, let's see how it goes. And who's that? It is Zero, the character that you don't play as in this game, that is infinitely more cooler than you are, which makes you a bit sad. X is quite cool, but clearly everybody would like to be Zero more, and maybe that's the point. No, not powerful at the moment. Yada yada. You'll be powerful one day. Blah 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 blah. You're really great. You can do better. You might be as powerful as me, but you certainly won't have my awesome hair. Let's go to I'm going to meet you at the last level, so you're going to have to slog through everything else first, and I'll catch up with you there. That's pretty much the gist of it, isn't it? Passwords. I remember passwords. At least the passwords on this screen are pretty easy to read. So when it comes to playing Mega Man X, as for every Mega Man game, you can play through the set order, because every time you defeat a boss, you get their abilities, and that can be a weakness for one of the other bosses. And now when playing Mega Man X, I always play Chill Penguin first. Now the reason is A, because he's a pretty easy boss, but it's also I get an upgrade in this level which is pretty much mandatory, and it's probably one of my favourite upgrades in the game, to be honest. It's so important. Let's get rid of you, get rid of these bunnies. So let's see how we go. Oop, let me do that. There you guys. Studying bunnies and wasps in the cold. What sort of a cold environment has bunnies, bats and wasps? Not one I would like to visit, that's for sure. So, just going to go through this bit. For a nice level, it's not actually slippery. You'd sort of expect a game like this to have some slippy, slidey, icy levels. But no, Mega Man X goes against the grain in that respect. Oh, careful, these little wheel things are quite annoying. Oh, extra life, hooray! We'll be needing lots of them. Be interesting to see how far in the game I get in half an hour. I wouldn't say it's a massively long game, but it's, you know, with passwords to worry about, it's long enough. Ooh. Didn't mean to do that. There we go, it's better. Don't want to look too stupid there. There's a cat meowing at my feet. I think Sonny wants to be fed. He'll have to wait a few minutes. He's trying his luck. It's not lunchtime yet. So this is the first upgrade in the game. This is the dash. Every time you get to one of these capsules, you get to meet X's creator, Dr. Light, and he will give you something really cool. And he'll talk a lot. Just give me the capsule, I just want the upgrade please. Hurry up, I haven't got all day. So I'm just gonna get our well-earned capsule. I'm not sure if anyone's watching this at the moment, but it doesn't really matter too much. This is just a test, which is why I started this stream at a very weird time. So I didn't want too many people watching me fail miserably, but this might be of amusement to people watching the archive version of this. It's just me on my own talking to myself, which is the story of my life. Weird robot ostriches and drone things in this level as well. You'll grow to be annoyed by those flying drone enemies because they're everywhere and they always pop up at the worst opportune moments, but never mind. Now here we come to a little mech armor thing, which is quite cool. These things do not show up enough in these games because they're a lot of fun, especially when you get to smash the hell out of everybody, or if you're really lucky, find another person to smash. And he's dead. Jump up here, slowly going through the level here. So I can actually do this, which doesn't serve any purpose because I need a weapon to actually use whatever it was doing up there. So I'm just going to watch out for this bit because there's these really annoying snowballs from these little things here that hurt a hell of a lot. So you've got to watch out. In terms of Mega Man games, I wouldn't say this is the hardest. It's quite forgiving for a Mega Man game, to be honest. There's nothing really nasty. The difficulty is actually pretty well set. There are some tough areas mainly near the end of the game, but there's nothing awful like weird moving platforms that disappear. It's all pretty easy. Hello Jason, it's not an original cart. We're playing on the SNES Mini today. Usually I would play with original hardware, but in the benefits of just getting the stream up and running, I thought I would just get the SNES Mini out and have a little play. It doesn't look too bad, so when I'm happy with the way the stream setup is, I'll get my Framemeister out and get the original console set up. But for now, I will just use this SNES Classic because it's a perfectly good device to play SNES games on. But yeah. So we're just going to tackle Chill Penguin, and hopefully he'll die very soon because I'm actually quite low on energy, probably because I'm not really concentrating. That's the other reason why I don't really do streams much, is that I'm not very good at multitasking in terms of sleeping and talking and playing games at once. Oh, that's me dead. See, I can't multitask, I can't talk and I can't play games at the same time, which is something I'm going to need to get used to if I'm going to do more live streams. Okay, let's carry on. So let's have another attempt at this, so I don't look completely stupid dying on the first boss. So let's pay a bit more attention, eh? So get rid of that. I do like in the Mega Man in the X series, the bosses are mostly based on animals. Although I can't remember what a Kawanga is, but there you go. Get out. Ah, I'm not using my dash enough, that's the problem. Alright, so here we go. It's been a long time since I've played this. Which is probably why I'm losing. In answer to your question, I have a modded PAL console that I usually play NTSC games on. I do have flash cards for most of the time. I've got a couple of original games, but I do like sticking on original hardware with flash cards just because it's easier. I don't have the room for a massive collection like many people would. Neither do I have the disposable income to spend money on original cards. But I tend to stick to the original systems and just use the flash cards to just get by, and I find that does the job for me. So yeah, NTSC all the way. I don't really like PAL games just because that slowdown really annoys me. I think once you go to NTSC and get used to it, you can't go back to the slow border field screens of a PAL systems. So that's Chill Penguin done with. So on to the next level. So if I remember correctly, the next match is going to, or next level is going to be with Spark Mandrill, the electricity gorilla. So we've got the ice shotgun, which we'll be using against him. So let's move on to the next level. So Spark Mandrill, who has a level with a really awesome level theme. In fact, most of the level themes in Mega Man X are pretty good. The soundtrack to this game is really awesome. It's sort of early 90s butt rock at its finest, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, that is the problem with cartridges sometimes, Jason. I mean, these things do eventually get old and they do start failing. Sometimes you need to, all it takes is a bit of a clean up of the cartridges with a bit of alcohol. But sometimes cartridges are completely beyond repair. Yes, an RGB NES is the way to go for that system. I would like to get hold of a SNES Junior, just because the RGB output's a lot better, especially for the Framemeister. But that would be on my shopping list one day maybe. I can't quite justify it at the moment. Come here. Ah. It's been a long time since I played this. Usually I sort of just mess around with the first level and Chill Penguin and then stops. It's been a while since I've actually played this particular level. Okay, so this bit's quite annoying because you've got those light things there which sometimes pop up just when you're about to hit a platform and knock you off. So there's going to be one about here, I think. Oh, yep, of course, yep. Yeah, the power slowdown is for some games is absolutely terrible, especially where they were completely unoptimized. But yeah, any power system I really struggle to play unless it's a power exclusive game that I'm sort of used to playing like that. I just can't do it anymore. I don't know why you would play a power system these days, to be honest. I don't understand it. Ooh, like this horrible little boss here. Got to watch out for this boss because that bubble will slow you down. Smash the hell out of it. I'm stuck. I'm so out of practice with this game. Normally I would have finished him off by now. Ah! Awful. That was shocking. Must do better. That'll take me back to the start level, of course. In my defence, I haven't got a second monitor, so I'm playing this through the OBS stream at the moment. So there's a slight millisecond delay, which is putting me off ever so slightly. If I keep doing streams, I may get an extra monitor in this room just to monitor myself. Let's see how we get on though. Ah, come here. Oh, extra life, that's handy. Come here. Ooh. Let's get through these weird ostrich things. Watch out for that. One's up there, I think. Yep. It's weird how you can play a game so much and leave it for so long, come back to it, and it's almost if you remember it like it was yesterday. Okay, right. Let's try this boss again, shall we? Okay, let's get rid of this. What's happened to me? I've got so bad at this game. Come here. There we go, that's better. That's much better. Hopefully I might get to finish this level by the time I finish. Okay, so I think there's a heart tank coming up in a minute, which can be quite fiddly to get. Sometimes it's easy if you've got another item, but if you're good enough with the dash jumping, you can actually get it first time you go through this level. Let's get out of it. I used to be able to speed through these levels so quickly when I was younger. Come here. Good question. I would say X is better than 7. 7's quite a late SNES game, but to be honest, I think this plays better. 7, I just couldn't, it never sort of resonated with me like this game did. Right, so here's that heart tank I was talking about. Ooh. If you basically dash and jump off of these platforms at the same time, you can actually get the heart tank. Ooh. Come here. Okay, I might have to give up actually because I've got the problem is the slight delay I've got on this playback is making it difficult. I'm going to leave that for now. Just know that I know how to get that normally if I wanted to. Okay, so we're going to carry on through this level, see if I can get to the end. Ooh. The annoying thing is when I was testing the streaming earlier, it was perfect playback and it was working all fine and recording, no lag or anything. Oh. Yeah, I thought I'd pick 10:30 just because it was then 10:30 here in the UK. Dead 10:30 in the UK here just because my wife's gone shopping for the day, so I thought it was a good chance for me to play around with streaming stuff this morning. Not sure when I'm going to be streaming. Normally if I do, probably weeknights makes more sense to me as I'm usually out at weekends, but I'll probably see what time I do these. Maybe do a couple of them Saturday mornings if enough people want to watch them. Whoa. Come here. Ah. Get out of it. Right. Ah. The delay's getting a bit better now. Feeling a bit more responsive. Maybe I can have another go at that heart piece. I chose YouTube just because I'm still insanely new to streaming, so I wanted to sort of keep it on this channel for now. If I keep doing streaming and it goes well, then maybe I might do Twitch just to sort of get me out there. But I know YouTube at the moment better than I know Twitch, so I sort of just want to keep in my comfort zone for the moment, because talking and playing is not my comfort zone right now, as I've probably proved already. So I just want to sort of keep things on YouTube for now, see how I get on, make the jump to Twitch if I see that benefits me. When I used to work for a site, I did some Twitch streaming, when it was quite early on, but I had so many technical problems it sort of swore me off it. But now that I'm older and wiser and know my way around streaming a little bit more, I may end up doing it a bit more. Ugh. So it's going to be one of these things here. One up there. It's all coming back to me. One there. One there. Ooh. Starting to get a bit slow down here. Okay, right, on to the boss. So that means we get our shotgun ice. This boss should be a little bit easier now that I've actually got a decent weapon to kill him with. So he's electricity and his weakness is ice. Because electrics don't work so well in cold weather. If you time it correctly, he won't do anything to you whatsoever. You just sit here and sort of just do this. And just wait for him to just heal up. And he's dead. 2 down, 6 to go. So I've got to remember who I'm with next now. So next level is probably gonna be Armored Armadillo, I think, which has a really cool secret, but I can't really show you because you need to sort of have all the upgrades before you can unlock it. There is a secret Street Fighter Hadouken move in the Armadillo stage that is really awesome. I did a video on it. I think I set that as one of my cards, so if you click the little eye in the top right, you may be able to check it out. But it's just a little capsule you can unlock, and it gives you the Hadouken move that you actually do the quarter circle and an attack to unleash it, and it pretty much kills most things in one shot. You can actually kill some of the bosses in the game in 1 or 2 shots with this particular weapon. It's really tricky to pull off, but it is an awesome gun to use. So it's going to go through this weird minecart level. Ugh. Got to be really careful because sometimes the momentum of being on these minecarts is enough to actually throw you off. Oh, hi Ian. Yeah, come hang out with us and listen to the soothing sounds of my voice over Mega Man. Don't worry, there's not going to be any screaming or shouting, so it's going to be a quite relaxing thing to listen to. If you know, and I can tell you a bit about the game. I haven't got the hard helmet, so I can't actually get those power-ups there. Watch out for those spikes because they are instant kill. I'm just going to carry on. Ricky Gervais is a yoga instructor. I may have to quote that. That may have to go on my on the Twitter bio at some point. I like that. That's good. Yeah. Oh, careful. Oh, very careful. Well, that's it. If you're going to listen to anything, you might as well listen to the Mega Man X soundtrack. I mean, I haven't even got to the Storm Eagle stage yet, and that's just the best track in the entire game. So, carrying on through this level. Right. So about 2/3 of the way through the level, I think, if I remember correctly. Oh, you've got to be really careful there. Again, the momentum of those carts can, if you jump at the wrong time, you will go straight into the spikes. So here you've got to be careful, because if you drop down, there's this enemy here. Oh, I thought he was on the left, so I went on to the right, so it's actually the opposite way. Okay, let's try it again. Thankfully, you've got a checkpoint just beforehand. If you fight him quick enough, you can get a quick item. I don't know if I'm going to be able to shoot him quick enough, but we'll have a look. Just mash the fire button. Can I? Oh, yep. The problem is, what happens is, if you don't beat him quick enough, he will break open the wall, so you can't actually climb up, and you can't get that heart tank. So carry on. So we're coming up to the end of the level now. Again, this is another quite cool minecart bit. You've got to be very careful. It's quite a cool way to finish a level up, by kind of going on a minecart with all these flying enemies. It's almost as if you're escaping a mine into the open air, and then you've got to jump really carefully. See, what happens is, on this level, if you die, I think it's so many times, and you climb up the wall, up at the top there is there'll be a that capture I mentioned earlier, with the Street Fighter Hadouken move. But you have to have all the upgrades in the entire game, all the heart tanks, all the sub tanks, all the everything basically. Maybe one day I will. Well, as I say, watch the video I did about that, and you'll see it for yourself. So this one, you to be careful, because when he's rolling around like that and doing that, he's quite invincible. So gotta be careful. That's it. Now you got to hit. Once you hit him once, he can't block that anymore. So you can just. You still got to be pretty careful. Yeah, and he's dead. There's a lot to be said for playing on a Framemeister. I'm not using a Framemeister at the moment, I'm using the SNES Mini, but with the right cables and the right SNES, it can look as good as this. It can look pixel sharp, and the Framemeister is a good bit of kit if you can A, afford it, and B, get hold of one. I've heard the OSSC is also a good option as well. The reason I don't have one of those is because it has problems apparently with the Elgato video capture, which is what I use to capture my footage. So it's a bit of a annoyingly I can't really use it, but maybe one day they'll get it to work with Elgato's, or Elgato will get it to work with the OSSC. But the Framemeister is a really good bit of kit. It has changed the way I play games and how I stream them. I used to use a very cheap SCART to HDMI adapter for getting my SCART games onto a HD TV and capturing them. But the Framemeister just makes everything look so crisp. The SNES is probably like the worst system it looks on, because the SNES RGB out of the box is normally quite not perfect unless you've got one of the one-chip systems or the SNES Junior. But if you plug in like a Mega Drive or a Saturn, those consoles look absolutely phenomenal, even like without a Framemeister. But you chuck those into a Framemeister, those RGB systems look so sharp. You really do feel for American gamers that never had the greatness of RGB SCART, because that, you know, on a CRT they look great, but even on a 4K TV, playing the Framemeister in 1080p it still looks amazing. Carry on through this level. This boss is a bit annoying. Oh, I hate this guy. Okay. These things are annoying because they swallow you up, and you have to sort of fight your way out, which would be sort of grim if it wasn't for the fact they were robots. Okay, now this bit's annoying because this boss likes to chuck you off into those spikes, and you've got to be really careful because he'll stop. He'll stop. And that happens. That is Eric barking at something. I have no idea what he wants. We'll give this one more attempt, and I may have to call it a day. But let's have another go at this level first. Eric is my dog, by the way. He's one of many dogs we have here, and he's barking about something, but I don't know what at the moment. He's probably barking in his sleep. That's what he tends to do. Alright, let's get rid of these guys. I hate these pink sort of turtle things. It's about 16 hits with your standard blasters to kill them, and they're very, very annoying. Alright, keep going. Keep on going. Stupid little seahorse things. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Come here. Here we go. Ah. Carry on through this level. And onto this annoying boss again. It's a bit annoying you have to play it twice, but I'm tapping the fire button as quick as I can. Oh, extra life, that's always handy. Okay, onto these little whaley things again. Well, no, they're not really whales, more like sort of pufferfish. They're just weird. I'm not really a fan of this level, just because this boss is so annoying. Sometimes he'll go straight away and start bringing you in, like that. Ah, dear. That's annoying. I say that's a very good trade if you can get get rid of your power stuff and get some new NTSC consoles and a Framemeister. That's a pretty good going. Hopefully you didn't get rid of anything too rare or important to you. Ah! I hate this guy. Just got to tap away as quick as I can. I think actually it'd be easier for me to just do this. There we go. Sacrifice a bit of health for the greater good. So these little turbine things, they will propel you in the air when they start working. Like so. Ooh. So I'm going to use this to go up here. And just get rid of this stupid thing. Get these pincers. Got a bit slow down, which isn't helping. Again, this is one of those enemies that takes a lot of hits. Now, if I stayed on this and fell down, it would take me to a hidden area, but I'm going to die and oh, for God's sake. Okay. I will reach the end of this level, or die trying. Ah! Ah! Keep going. That's it, keep looking for me. Oh, phew. So the Framemeister, we to Framemeister via the component connection, it looks okay, but it won't be as sharp as an original console upscaled to the Framemeister. There's sort of slight smoothness to it. Actually, no, sorry, tell a lie, no. No, you can get what they call... So, old consoles are in 240 resolution. If I remember correctly, there is a way on the Wii Virtual Console to get a 240p output via component. And if you set that mode on the Framemeister, that would work really well. Normal games on the Wii via Framemeister look very soft. The component connection on that system is not very sharp at all. It's quite disappointing. It only really looks good on a CRT, that system. This little boss is can be a bit of a sod as well. There's a lot of mini bosses on this level. Okay, there we go. Luckily, it doesn't take too much damage. Right, on to the next bit. Am I near the end of the level yet? Sometimes it's easy just to let them swallow you up and then you can attack them, because if you hit their sides it does you damage, which you don't want. So it's going to be this weapon now. I'm going to hit the launch octopus with all we've got, and then I think we'll call it a day, I think. So let's see if we can beat this guy without dying. Now, if I remember correctly, this thing sort of rolls around. It's really fiddly, this one. Sort of got to keep moving. Come here. Ah, dead. I'm actually going to leave it there because I need to feed my dogs. But thank you all for coming and watching this little pilot live stream session. I'll go over the stream and just make sure it's okay. I'll upload an archive so that everyone else can watch it. But I think I might do some more of these streams. It's actually quite fun. I just need to get used to playing and talking at the same time. But thank you very much for guys in the chat for just sticking with me for the last 40 minutes. As always, like, subscribe, come watch some of my other videos. I've linked a few other videos in the cards for this this video. A couple of Mega Man related things, such as a review of this game and also how to unlock the Street Fighter Hadoken. But I've got plenty of other things going on. Hopefully I'm going to be doing a lot more live streams this year. Definitely something I think I can do. I just need to sort of do more of it and get better at it. But I'm going to go now. But thank you very much, guys, for sticking around. And I'll just see you guys soon. Take care and have a fantastic weekend. I'm sorry, Gamer Dude. I will. I'm sorry, you just missed it. I think I started at about 11 o'clock. I'm sorry. I will do another stream soon, I promise. Hopefully, maybe in the next week or two, I'll do another one. So I'm going to go now, but thank you very much. Take care and happy gaming.